And there came a day unlike any other, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Star Wars Comics Daily from Scorcher Hill, hosted by Brian Keown and Matt Wood. From Scorcher Hill, this is Star Wars Comics Daily. I'm Matt Wood.
And I'm Brian Keown.
Welcome to episode 106 of Star Wars Comics Daily, Star Wars number 27. Star Wars number 27 was released June 26, 1979. And Brian, he's back, but tell me who worked on this comic.
The writer/editor, as always, is Archie Goodwin. The artists are Carmine Infantino and Bob Wycheck. The letterer is John Costanza. The colorist is Petra Goldberg. And the cover is by Carmine Infantino by himself, which is why it looks a little weird.
Yeah. It's a little
good.
off.
It's
not
good,
bad,
but
yeah.
it's good, but I had to look up on Wikipedia to make sure it was actually him that did it, because it doesn't look like even the art in the comic book.
Obviously, that's Valance in the background.
Mm-hmm.
But you sure are obscuring a lot of his face.
You just need to see that he's half Borg, dude.
Yeah. The cover of the Epic Collection has a recoloring of this cover.
Oh, really?
They give 3PO like a little bit more gold than just yellow armor. Mm-hmm. They fully color Valance's head. So it looks like Valance's head is just floating in the background.
Yeah.
And then they fix the 18 things that's wrong with Luke.
Right. Because, as always, he's got a pink lightsaber.
Yeah. Wearing green dungarees and...
Yeah.
You know,
he looks cool, though.
Yeah, he's ready to go. He's ready to fight. And I will say this, he looks very young.
Yeah, he does.
So, I think that's on point. Also, are we done with the what was this guy's name in the last issue? The Tag family?
It seems like it, because we're doing this issue, and the next issue is Han and Chewie stuff. Yeah. So I guess we are done, which is a kind of a bummer. He never got to fight Darth Vader.
Yeah, surely that guy's gonna come back, right?
You would think he's gonna come back, surely. They keep bringing Valance back. Surely they'll bring back Baron Tag and his vendetta against. But I don't know. What is
Orman Tag? Brian.
We're not super far away from Empire Strikes Back, so you would think that's going to start running into problems with this kind of stuff.
Well, I am happy to report that Orman Tag does show up numerous times.
Okay. Because I was going to say, the first issue of Empire Strikes Back is 39, so we're only 12 issues away from that.
Yeah.
So that's a year.
So fear not, Brian. Tag shall return. But excellent. We are stopping for no reason for Valance.
Yeah.
Brian, will you tell me what happens in Star Wars number 27, Return of the Hunter?
Sure, man. On the planet Junction, Valance the Hunter... What?
I went to school at Junction City High School, so I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it is the planet. The planet is called Junction.
Yeah.
Valance the Hunter kills a bounty and forces two Cantina patrons to carry the bounty out. Later, he goes to Skinker's workshop to blow off steam by blasting 3 droids to bits. Skinker is keeping an eye out for the rebel lad who loves his R2 and 3PO units like people, but hasn't seen anything yet.
That famous kid.
Exactly. Valance goes back to his ship and thinks about how much it sucks to be a cyborg by peeling the skin off his face for no reason whatsoever. Again. Luke and 3PO have been charged to scout out how much of the Gordian Knot has been blockaded by the Empire. Mm-hmm. They run into a Star Destroyer but ditch it in an asteroid field. They make their way to Junction and head to Skinker's workshop to get parts for R2. Skinker tells a flunky to get Valance, who is off killing one of Darth Vader's spies. Luke and 3PO are ready to go when Valance shows up yelling about droid lovers and shooting up a storm. He blasts his way into the workshop and Luke ignites his lightsaber. Valance shoots a blast out of his cyborg arm but is deflected straight into his face.
It's like Iron Man.
Huh?
It's like Iron Man.
Yeah, he can shoot stuff out of his arm. Luke is horrified to see that Valance is a Borg. Valance is about to kill the farm boy with his last blast, but C-3PO gets in the way, ready to sacrifice himself for his master.
Ugh.
Valance is stunned by this madness. Droids and humans don't sacrifice sacrifice themselves for each other. 3PO says that he will for his master Skywalker, and the confused cyborg blasts the wall and leaves. Luke loudly says that they should head back to Yavin and figures that they haven't seen the last of Mr. Valance
Oh my goodness.
because for some reason he calls him Mr. Valance.
Yeah. Well, good news. He hasn't.
Right.
You feel like if you're a cyborg and you got fake skin, you would do something about the hair.
Maybe it feels like it would seem like it'd be real hard to put that skin back on too, but he just rips it off all the time for no reason, and then next time we see him, it's just back on there.
It's like he knows an audience is watching.
Like the Terminator, when his gets ripped off, he can't fix it because he's in the past.
Yeah. But they hadn't seen Terminator yet.
Yeah.
Do you think James Cameron read these comics and stole the idea from Terminator?
Maybe, because we'll get to it when we talk to it. But every time you see something that happens in Empire, you're like, you think they did that? And I was like, no, that's no way. But now I'm starting to think, I don't know, man. They run from a Star Destroyer right into an asteroid field. It happens in Empire Strikes Back, so I don't know. I think maybe somebody was reading these comics.
George Lucas might be a hack? No.
Right.
No.
He's stealing from other sources? He would never.
He'd never do that. Oh, you might be right.
I don't know. Now in hindsight, I wish we'd been keeping up with them. Like every time something shows up that is in one of the other movies.
Like I can't wait for the next issue in which they meet Bobo Kalasarian,
right,
the administrator of Air Village.
Yeah. Right.
What about Clown City? That's my best George Lucas.
And his friend Bobot.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, yeah, it is crazy. But also, yeah, Valance, he keeps ripping his face off, and you have to imagine that when he does that, he has to just get a totally. Do you think he like, if you took off his clothes, do you think he's just like a naked dude, or do you think like?
You mean like he's like half robot, half guy?
Well, okay, so like I just assume that.
Oh, like do you mean does he have skin all over his body?
Yeah,
all over his robot parts. I assume, but like when he rips his face off, he also has ripped his hand off too, because his hand is a robot hand now, and it
Brian,
wasn't earlier.
I need to know if.
Well, that's why. For the purposes of the story, that's why they did it. So you remember that. Oh yeah, Balance is half robot, but it's such a weird thing for him personally to do. Yeah. Like he should have got shot in the fight or something.
Yeah, and that way he's like repairing himself. Because like exactly. That's the best part. Whenever we see Terminator doing that.
Yes, right.
It's part of the story. He got injured or shot. Or I can't remember why, but he has to like cut his eyeball out and all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah. James Cameron likes Star Wars.
Sure. No, I mean, like, I don't know that this is a direct pull from that, but I mean, it might have been at least, in his head because he's seen, like, I don't know if he read comic books though, but.
Yeah, who could say?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's a thing. It's real weird.
And we're probably there's some Isaac Asimov story or something like that both of these guys are ripping off.
Oh, sure. Because these comics aren't necessarily the most.
Well, and all fiction does that all the time. Even if you're not doing it on purpose, you're subconsciously thinking about something you read in year 8 or something. So
yeah,
who knows?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that ship that Luke and I'm not a fan of Balance's ship. No offense to Carmine, but these ships are bad.
Yeah, he's not good at making cool looking Star Wars ships. They're all weird boxy things.
Yeah, little too. They all look the same, and they all look bad.
Yeah,
but he's doing his best. It looks. Sure. It's not bad. It's not.
No, they're not horrible.
Overall, Carmine Infantino is not bad. But there are some decisions where I look at it and I'm like, that looks.
The ship that Luke and 3PO are flying is no Volt Cobra for sure.
No, absolutely not. I don't know. Just looks like a Battlestar Galactica rechecked.
I know Battlestar Galactica has real cool ships, dude. Their Vipers are awesome. That was the cool thing about like the original Battlestar Galactica. That was the only cool thing about it. Their ships are cool.
Cylons look cool. But yeah,
the original show was pretty awful.
Flash Gordon. Well, no, that wasn't a Flash Gordon show.
Yeah, there was a movie, but not a show, I don't think.
And Buck Rogers was awesome.
Yeah.
Buck Rogers never looked bad. Yeah, going right into the Astro field's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Then they had to go down to Junction.
Yep.
Junction.
Down to Conjunction Junction.
What? That name. It's not really creative, you know.
It's not like some weird word you've never heard of. It's just a junction.
It's just a junction. Yeah. I'm trying to look at locations to see. So. Okay. It is the Farai Junction is where they're at.
Okay.
It shows up a few times in the comics, just the next few issues. It is canonical now. It shows up in a... yeah, of course. Yeah, an RPG-ish kind of game. But there's also an article from StarWars.com where in the galaxy are the worlds of Rogue One. So apparently, I don't know. I was trying to find something interesting from it, but nothing too fascinating.
That's a pretty uninteresting planet, anyway.
Yeah, Luke sure is impressed by it, though.
Yeah.
Holy cow! The capital of Junction is Junction City. That is where my first house was when I was a kid. And that was where I went to school, Brian.
Wow, you could have been in this comic book, dude.
I was in this comic. My uncles own a convenience store in Star Wars. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't see you anywhere, though. Unless you're this weird fish guy in the first panel.
That's me. That's my mom.
Okay.
She a fish lady.
I'm the
Gonzo looking guy.
I was gonna say, yeah. You could be the guy who went off to find balance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's your uncle. Oh my gosh, this is your uncle's convenience store that they're in.
That's it. Yeah, exactly.
Uncle Skinker.
Uncle.
Good old Uncle Skinker.
Yeah, you laugh, but I did have an uncle whose nickname was Tudor.
Okay.
So he's called Uncle Tudor.
Yeah.
So Skinker and Tudor. That sounds like it could be a thing.
Yeah.
That's all I got. They mentioned Anchorhead here.
And it would fit into the ground floor of some of these buildings.
Yeah, I've always wondered what Anchorhead was in Star Wars because it's mentioned, and so I guess it's just a small town.
Yeah, isn't that where we went to fly this T1 whatevers or whatever?
I guess so. That's where the Tashi station apparently was.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But I guess it was smaller than Mos Eisley, which is, I guess Mos Eisley was fairly big.
Yeah. We see a big shot of Mos Eisley in like the special editions, like at the Return of the Jedi, that scene, and it looks like it's quite happening. But yeah, I don't know.
Wait, you see it in Return of the Jedi?
Yeah, when you remember at the end,
the celebration
stuff. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
Ewok. Sorry, C-3PO thinks it looks pretty dirty and nasty.
Yeah.
But
well, he's been all over the place. He's been in much better places than this. He used to live on Alderaan, for God's sakes.
That's true. How did we not even talk about the fact that Valen spies droids just so you can shoot them?
You skipped right all over like the other one I like is when he's like, I just killed this guy. You two pick him up and drag him along. And they're like, what? No, we're not doing that. Yeah, you are, dude. Yeah. And then you don't even see where they take him because it seems like when he's talking to Skinker, he's picking up the money from Skinker, but he doesn't have the body with him anymore. So he must have gone to the police office or whatever and got money.
Yeah, well, he is a bounty hunter, or as Luke calls him, a bounty killer.
Yeah. He does then use the money to buy these beat up old droids and just shoot them.
It's like Elvis who bought TVs just to shoot them.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hate this scene with Leia and Jan.
Yeah, that's why I skipped over it even in the synopsis. Although Jane's really happy when he gets that kiss on the cheek.
He sure is smiling. I don't like it because it goes against all the Jan to Donna that I know.
And kind of against the Leia too, where it's just like,
yeah.
I mean, why are you? If you want to be part of the rebellion, why are you standing outside looking at the moon or whatever, or the planet?
Stand on top of down in the Masasi temple, just Yeah.
Be down there doing some work with Hera or something. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, I want to see Hera in 1970.
She's just gonna
Carmine.
be she's just gonna be in a bikini and stuff because that's all. Well, they don't even know what a Twi'lek is yet.
Yeah, exactly. I guess Twi'leks, yeah, they don't show up until Return of the Jedi. Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, kissing Jan, so unnecessary.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing. We're like, this is stupid. I should be up there helping people because I'm cool. And he's like, no, blah, blah. And then at the end, she's like, well, let's go inside and talk. Blah, and kisses him on the cheek. Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah, like, because that's the thing, too. It's just weird. You're trying to protect me the way I've tried to protect Luke. I appreciate it, but we both deserve better than that. Now let's get inside. This night air makes me talk too much. What?
Okay, you're reading it to it a little
What?
weird that way, but I guess you could be read that way.
Why would she say that? Why would...
I agree.
Oh, Leia, no. No good. Downvote. At least we have this scene where Valance shoots a guy.
Well, I was gonna say then there's this other weird scene where there's just like, oh, you're a Vader spy, bam, you're dead.
Right.
Like, what was the point of that?
Right. Well, he also mentions that, like, I saw you whenever I was leaving Skinners or Stinkers or
Skinkers.
Stinkers?
Because you'd think it was Skinner, but there's a K in there, so it's
Yes.
Skinkers.
Skinkers. Yeah, Skinkers. And I went back, and he's not near Skinkers whenever
I think
Valance
there
leaving.
is a guy outside because when we were talking about you could be that guy, there is a guy outside of Skinkers in like the
Is he?
when Luke walks by.
Oh, when Luke walks by, sure. Yeah, that's fine. But when
But yeah, when Balance is there, I don't see anybody.
yeah, there's no one there. Regardless, he gets killed immediately.
Sure.
Is he supposed to be like that guy?
He looks like it, but this looks like more like a mask than like a actual because it looks like it's
Yeah.
got a tube going from his face into like his chest. So maybe he can't breathe on this planet or something. But he can't breathe at all because Fallon's killed him.
Yeah, I'm trying to see like there's a Zygarian apparently. I don't know what a Zygarian is. But
I mean, there's a bunch of aliens on this little bit, so it could be that Gonzo guy even.
well, no, it's not. But
Okay.
that's a Q-Boz. That's who gets shot. A Q-Boz.
All right.
Our old friend, Garndan is the Q-Boz that we know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The guy with the trunk that looks phallic.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of trunks in this comic book, dude. You got to give me more.
I'm looking at this. Yeah, that's true. I'm looking at Garandan's mask from A New Hope. This is the guy that calls the stormtroopers.
Right.
Yeah. It.
But that looks organic, right? Doesn't that look like it's part of his face?
Well, so I would have said yes, but I'm looking at this close up on Wikipedia, and I want to say that it's a mask.
Oh, really? All right. Well, I mean, obviously it's a mask because that's the guy in a mask. But,
Well, yeah.
But yeah, I assumed it was just he was an alien, but maybe not.
No,
Because it seems like when I was a kid, that was one of the things that maybe that guy was Jabba. Was that Jabba? And
Right. Oh, wow. Yeah. It wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Because we didn't see Jabba in those days.
They're bipedal humanoid species. They're mammals. They're distinctive for their short, prehensile facial snouts, which are used for reaching insects within their hives. Having adapted to their sun-scorched, vegetation-deprived world, the Cubas learn to survive off their world's native insect population. Filled with 2 rows of teeth for gnashing their food, the Cubas trunk also functions as a highly sensitive nose. Oh, so if you punch one of those guys in the nose, it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
Like
Punch
us.
me in the nose, it's going to hurt.
Yeah. They had green-black skin. Cubas had short, bristly hairs growing from their heads and they stood upon two-toed feet, having evolved on their homeworld of Kubindi, a planet.
So wait, is this the guy from A New Hope, or is this the guy from this comic?
This is the guy. This is their species, and apparently this guy is a Cubaz.
Okay, so the one that gets killed by Valance.
Yes.
Okay.
The Cubaz were highly sensitive to red wavelengths. When traveling to planets with a red or yellow star, the Cubaz are forced to don protective eyewear and to avoid damage their sensitive eyes. So they wear these masks, even though I don't think they have a yellow sun on this planet or red sun.
Well, I mean, a yellow sun is normal sun. I mean, that's what our sun is. So I would assume that it's a yellow sun.
I'm aware, Brian.
I was just. You said. I mean, we don't see the sun, and the light looks normal, so I assume it's just a yellow sun.
I don't know, man. I don't think so. I think it's like.
Well, why is he wearing that mask then, dude?
That's a good question.
Because you just said he wore that mask because of a yellow/red sun.
No,
so it's gotta be
I'm
one
saying
of
that
those.
they normally do. I'm not saying that's why he is.
Okay. Well, there's no evidence to say that this is a yellow sun or a blue sun, dude. Who knows?
Right. I guess we'll find out. We're gonna be in Junction City for a little bit. Man, why all the hatred for?
Valance hates droids, and he hates droids lovers even worse, probably.
Is it because he is kind of one of them?
Well, that's the reason why he hates himself, because he is one of them.
Yeah.
Because remember we saw in that first issue, he hated droids, and then the Empire made him half droid, and that made him hate himself even more.
I guess he didn't need a choice in whether or not he was going to become a droid.
No, yeah, he got damaged in a battle with the rebels, and the Empire put him back together, and then he quit, and then some they're like, well, but we put so much money. Oh, well, he's gone.
Yeah. Look at that lightsaber melting that gun.
Yeah.
That's not how they work.
I know, it took me a minute to go back, wait a minute, what is he melting? And it's like, oh, I guess he had a blaster in his hand, okay. But he already had a blaster in his hand, so he didn't need that one. Also,
when Luke trips up Valance, like grabs him by the foot, like Valance has to be crazy heavy.
Yeah, you would think. So that's another more evidence of Luke unconsciously using the Force, dude.
I'm gonna come clean. As of this recording, I have not read nary a comic in the new canon with Mr. Valance in it.
Oh, really? You didn't read Target Vader either?
No, I didn't. Not that I'm against it. I just haven't yet.
Sure.
Is it pretty much the same backstory?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay. I don't have weight on Valance yet. Although
I think it's specific to Darth Vader, because he's really pissed at Darth Vader. So I think maybe Darth Vader's the one who did it.
Okay. Well, that's kind of similar. I mean, I think we're going to find out that Vader probably messed him up in the new comic. Yeah, I'm trying to see how much he weighs, but I don't have that information.
You know, that could be lightweight metal that he's made out of, but you know, if R2 only weighs 70 pounds, this guy might not weigh that much more than a normal person.
Yeah. Oh well. Still, why have the Reed Richards grandpa streaks in your hair? So silly.
Because it's cool, man. Marvel guys like that stuff.
There's also one point in which Valance fires upon Luke's lightsaber and it bounces off of Luke's lightsaber. And I was thinking that wasn't established yet, but it was when Luke is fighting the training droid on the Falcon. Yeah.
Because it bounces off his lightsaber right back into his face and rips half his face.
Half his body off.
And half his body off, too, yeah.
But that's okay.
Sure, he's a robot. It's fine. He's a Borg.
Apparently, he also rips his metal, the fake enamel off of his metal teeth.
Yeah,
it's so silly.
Right. Well, depends on which page you're looking at. Because one page he does have gray teeth, but on the next page he's got white teeth. So, just depends on how Petra decides to color it.
I do like that this is the second issue in a row that Luke gets punched in the face by someone clearly stronger than he is.
Yeah, because he gets punched by the robot arm.
Yeah,
that's not going to feel good.
That can't feel great. Yeah, exactly. How embarrassing is it that C-3PO has to come to your aid, has to save you?
It's pretty sad. Although I don't know, that was the whole Rise of Skywalker. That was the whole thing.
It was handled much better in Rise of Skywalker.
Yes.
This was silly.
Yeah, it's another one of those like, oh, because this is kind of a thing we're going through because the Gray Shade and Mastercom had sort of the same moment too. We're like, oh, I guess robots can love humans. I'm gonna blow the wall away and go home.
I am getting kind of worried though that because like Star Wars never like I'll always respect a droid. They're great, but at the end of the day, they are just robots.
That is all. I mean, I've talked about it a ton on this. That's one of those things that always was very weird to me. Like this relationship that 3PO and Luke has, and that this guy hates him for. That's how it would be. I mean, if I had a little R2 running around with me, I'd be my little buddy. I wouldn't,
Right. But if it's one of those things of like, but like, you would always know that your little buddy, like that's just his programming.
Right. He's inferior to me.
Yes. Yes.
And ultimately, if he gets blown up, no big deal. He's just
right.
a troll. So yeah, it's very strange. Because R2 and 3PO at least have full-on personalities like a person.
Oh, on that last page, Valance gets his teeth back.
That's what I was saying. On some of the pages, I think it's just this one. They're colored white instead of gray.
Yeah, that's okay. It's as it should be. Oh well.
But I really love that Valance, who is the bad guy, he's not working for the Empire, but he's still a bad guy, is totally not out of earshot when Luke is like, all right, let's go back to Yavin. Yeah, don't worry.
Everyone already knows they're there, Brian.
Yes.
How do they not know that that's where the rebels are?
Oh, that reminds me. So Luke and 3PO are going out to figure out how the blockade is working in the Gordian knot. Why is the blockade there other than to find the rebels where they know where they are? What is the blockade for? I mean, I know you don't know that, but that was just something that occurred to me as I was reading it.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But whatever. At this point we just have to agree.
You're along for the ride.
They live in Yavin 4, and that's just where
I have a sneaking suspicion they're going to be on Yavin 4 up until the issue that leads to Empire Strikes Back.
Because, like I said, we've only got 12 issues before we hit that, so we're getting close.
Yeah, it's zany, to say the least.
Yep.
Oh, well. Man, when Valance blows that wall away with his, like, Mega Man Mega Buster, he could have he could easily kill Luke.
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, wow, Valance is back pretty quick. He's back in issue 29. He gets to fight Darth Vader.
He's back before Tag comes back, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because next issue is Han and Chewie and Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, that Valance is...
That's Valance versus Vader.
Yeah, Valance only shows up in 16, 21, 27. He's mentioned in 21. There's only 3 issues with Valance in it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for someone that feels like the big bad of the Star Wars comics,
well,
he's gone before Empire Strikes Back. He shows up in issue 108, but,
Yeah, well, spoilers. Things don't end up well in this issue where he fights Vader.
I'm sure. I am sure.
Yeah.
But yeah. His confrontation with Vader was named as an honorable mention in the Star Wars Insider article, 20 most memorable moments of the expanded universe.
All right. I mean, it looks like a cool fight, but we'll get to it in a couple weeks.
Would you like to know what the...
Oh, yeah, I guess.
All right. There it is. This is the 20 most memorable moments, according to a July 2005 issue of Star Wars Insider. In no particular order, the 20 most memorable moments include the death of Chewbacca.
Aww.
Vader remembers C-3PO.
Okay.
That happens in a comic.
Yeah, we've talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
It's weird, really weird, right?
Yeah, it's a Star Wars tale, so like you can't even really count that as like fake canon. Let's see. Enter General Grievous.
Ooh.
Heirs of the Sith. Anakin Skywalker meets Asajj Ventress.
Nice.
The artistic fate of Grand Admiral Thrawn. Boba Fett escapes the Sarlacc. Jason Solo descends into the rings of hell.
Ooh.
Bosk Freyla, a noble end for the guy you love to hate. Who is Borsk Freyla? I don't remember him. I don't know. Sorry, Star Wars nerds. I know you love him.
Yeah.
Luke duels with Darth Vader for the first time before The Empire Strikes Back.
What?
When is that? Oh, Splinter of the Mind's Eye.
Oh, well, okay.
The death of Ton Pahan. Remember him?
Yeah, he's great.
He was. It's a shame that he died. Darth Vader. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I would imagine most of this is not this comics, right? It's probably mostly novels.
Yeah, it's probably. Darth Vader versus Darth Maul.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
Luke versus Lumiya. That's the Shreya Ellen Colibri, the lady that like killed Jason or something.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? She wears like the turban kind of thing on her head.
No, I have no idea.
Okay. Luke Skywalker creates a Jedi Academy.
Okay.
Ayla Secura appears on the big screen. Wait, that's not expanded universe then.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's related to the expanded universe that she was in the comics or the novel or whatever first. But yeah, that's not expanded universe.
Okay. Crix Maydeen, a life in service to the New Republics. That's pretty great. We talked about Crix Maydeen. Remember, he's the guy in Return of the Jedi that has like the comb over, and he was in love with a woman that was like on Coruscant, and
no, I don't remember this at all.
we talked about it in one of our
I believe that we talked about it, but
all right.
I don't remember.
XR Kun gives in to the dark side. XR Kun is what? I don't know who XR Kun.
That's what I was saying. Not that guy.
Yeah. The redemption of Ulick Quell Droma. I don't know.
I don't hear. There's a lot of things I don't hear anything about. Don Juan Quixote.
Yeah.
I don't hear anything about Olak Greg.
Just get ready. We're not done yet.
I don't hear anything about Jabba screwing over that family. I mean, there's a lot of moments they're missing, dude.
What about the pregnancy of Mara Jade Skywalker?
Yeah, that's probably important.
Here's one that we covered: the Emperor Reborn.
No.
Yeah. Ganner Rysode, a hero at the gates.
Okay.
Yeah. The 5 goofiest moments of the Star Wars mythos.
Okay.
Introducing Jackson, the Lepus Carnivorous.
All right. I guess that's sort. I mean, that's Don Juan Quixote's in that comic book too, so I guess that fits. But go ahead.
The villainy of Emperor Trioculus and Grand Moff Hissa. Oh, I know Trioculus. He was in the glove of Darth Vader. It was stupid. It was stupid. It's kids books.
This is the goofy list.
Yeah. Take your pick. Oh, it's the Star Wars Holiday Special.
No, well, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you think that would be number 1?
Ewoks on ice.
Hopefully that's
oh my god, there was in 1986. You could go see the Ewoks on ice.
That's awesome.
Wow, that's cool. We're gonna have to look up stuff on that. Han and Luke in drag.
What?
Yeah, the planet of Cadril. It's a comic strip. So I guess we'll cover that when we get to the Star Wars classics or whatever. Okay, this episode's gone on way too long. Let's wrap this up. Tomorrow we'll be looking at Jabba the Hutt Betrayal. It's another great Jabba story. It's the last of the Jabba comics, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, well. We'll be looking at that one. From Star Wars Comics Daily, I'm Matt Wood.
And I'm Brian Keown.
And until tomorrow, may the Force be with you.